viewers, welcome once again to another edition of our women's program, Karumpei. Well, it is said very often that true beauty lies in being comfortable in your own skin. Well, it is a quote unquote by an unknown author. Yet, despite this being true, but we have very often seen that beauty standards have changed with time. No longer it is the internal quality of a person, but true beauty, it is judged and often misjudged by the exterior of a person. Well, it is the market standards, it is the fashion and the enormous beauty industry that has grown around us that today has a different altogether description of the term called beautiful. It is the exterior of an individual, especially a girl, a woman, that is often judged in beauty pageants and beauty shows and fashion industry, etc. And body shaming has become a very common thing. When a person is dark, well, she is judged. When a person is fat, she is judged. Every aspect of a woman, a girl's external beauty is put on display in beauty pageants and beauty shows, often forgetting that beauty is just but skin deep, because there is a deeper meaning to beauty, and that is the internal quality, the internal confidence that a person has. So today the topic that we have taken up is, should and is there a requirement now to redefine beauty standards? This we have taken it up today because increasingly we have seen how both girls and boys are mistreating themselves so as to say that they even believe in size 0. Well, what about the internal ability of a person? Is there a need now to go deeper into the concept called beauty and have a different definition of what is beautiful altogether? Should beauty industries, cosmetic industries, advertisements, the markets, etc., redefine the whole gamut called beauty? Well, today we have taken up this topic, and to discuss on it, I'm being joined in the panel today by 3 of our panelists. To my extreme left is Dr. Adonista Lingdo. He is an associate professor, Dean School of Social Work, and also the head of the department, Center of Gender in Martin Luther Christian University. In the center is the reigning Miss Joy Teenager 2025. She is Miss Fida Kiniwar. And to my immediate left is Noreen Dunai. She is the reigning Mrs. Global International 2024. She has also won many other pageants. She is also deeply into social service, etc. So from them, all 3 of them who have joined us, we will be understanding this whole concept of beauty. So thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to have you, all 3 of you, especially a man really, in our midst to talk about beauty. Now, as I said right in the beginning, Adonista, I come to you because the whole concept of beauty, how beautiful a person is, the figure of a person is often judged from a man's perspective. I have seen so many advertisements, especially matrimonial advertisements, if not here, but in other places, that the requirement is always slim, beautiful, fair. Do you think that we are stuck up somehow in this whole concept of what is beautiful? And do you read a gender aspect of it as well?
Yes, thank you for that question, ma'am. However, when we talked about beauty, it's nothing new. It has been there since generation after generation. And when we looked at the beauty standards that has been set up by the media or by the society itself, okay, no, it's never enough. So it's either too tall, too short, too thin, too dark. It's never enough, and nobody is immune to these beauty standards or these beauty toxic beauty standards that the society has created. And this has really affected young people in our generation, especially boys and girls. But the pressure is more towards girls, because now eating disorders, mental health, and then self-esteem, all of these are issues related to it, body image. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, that's true. And from there on, as Adanista has just, I pulled the thread to you now, Noreen. You have been, into different pageants, yet you keep yourself very fit. You're into yoga. You're also, beauty with brains, because you're also doing so much of social service. But yet you have chosen the field of beauty, right? What actually, what is your idea? What is your conception of the term called beauty or beautiful?
Okay, thank you, Moshmi ma'am. Okay, coming myself from this pageantry field, it has been a growth, it has been a realization or self-realization, and most of all, the compassion. So through my journey, what I understand about beauty is what we see more beyond the appearance, what is more about the physical attributes. With time, I realized that the inner beauty is so important. It's not only about how one looks, how one wears. It's deeply rooted on one's individuality, one's authenticity, and just being true to yourself. That is beauty to me. And and the true beauty is the pure qualities that you have inside you, how you implement that in the right way. And that to me is a final term of beauty.
Understanding of beauty, right. That's wonderfully said. Now, of course, I come to Fidakini. Congratulations to you firstly. I know winning this pageant, you're just a young girl. I think you're not even 18, right? You must be 17-year-old. You are in your standard 11 right now. And you have already won your first pageant, right? So what took you really to this domain of pageantry, of walking the ramp, and contesting, in fact, you look so beautiful in any case with that crowning glory that is sitting on your, on you, which is a shining example. So what took you to this field?
Firstly, thank you, ma'am, for your invitation. Thank you for having me. And for me, firstly, what took me here is my interest. I've always had a genuine love for performing. I've always had a desire for stage exposure. I was also inspired by my sister, who have been doing multiple pageants. And together with my parents' unwavering support, it really left a voice in me telling me that I can do it. And so my interest in pageant grew more and more. And also I also have interest in fashion. Growing up, I used to cut my mom's favorite curtains to make dolls.
So it was from then on that the interest grew in you, right?
Yes.
And I'm sure that today when you walked, when was this pageant? When did you win this pageant?
It was on 2nd October.
Oh, very recently indeed. So when you walked the ramp and there were so many other contestants and you stood out, it must have built your, that self-confidence, isn't it? It must have made you feel good. And that is what beauty does to one. Pageant does to one. It makes you become more confident. Your self-esteem is built also, you feel?
Yeah? Yes, it did.
It did. Okay. Now let's come to Noreen. Noreen, you have participated. I have just named one of them, but then you have participated in so many of these pageants. What is your view of these, pageants that are held in full display? Let's be honest. The physical beauty of a person, the body of a woman is actually put there in front of in the display to be judged. And then marks is allotted. Of course, there are question-answer round, but then eventually how you walk, how you sway yourself, how your skin looks, how your hair, your eyes, everything is judged. In fact, even your smile. Yes. And there are subcategories of beautiful smile. So what is your view of these pageants and all these that is held, and when a body and when a girl, especially young girls, are put in full display and then judged?
Okay. I think so, coming from this background again, I think beauty pageants are the platforms that one can raise their voice, one can showcase their beauty. Everyone can just go and participate. So we shouldn't feel that, going there, that we will be felt to be objectified. Because at the end of the day, it's all societal ideals. These are platforms which will enable us to raise first with our confidence, to know more deeper about ourselves, our talent, our confidence. So when we talk about beauty pageants in our day now, it has become more diverse, more inclusive, because there was a point of time, you were specifically judged on the physical appearance. Because if we go way back in the historical era, when we talk about beauty, right from Cleopatra era to Victoria to, coming to Hollywoods of Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, everyone has set their own standard. But when beauty really came into form, it was actually done in a proper way, maybe, where one can really feel good about the beauty. So it was kind of a competition that showcased about physical attributes. But with now, beauty pageants is a very good thing. It helped build so much women like me, girls like them, and even men too, boys. It advocate ones to help build or inspire people. It is a platform where it also built society in other social impact too. So beauty is not only about we want look of one objectifying smile. Of course, that is a different case, because at the end of the day, it is a platform for competition. But what really define or what really beauty pageant is all about, to stretch our network, to globalize people, to understand here we stand is not only to objectify us, but it's about us,
and more meaningful,
our individuality. So it should be seen from a broader perspective. Like beauty pageants now are of all size, all shape, transgender, you name one. We are trying to be more inclusive and diversified.
Exactly.
So in that way, beauty pageants is more meaningful. With time, it has really evolved.
Right,
yes.
right. Now, Aditya, if I can bring you in once again, we have different lotions and potions, and the way marketing strategy. There was, I think it has the name has been renamed now. It's now called Fair and Handsome. Once upon a time it was Fair and Beautiful, I think, and there was a lot of objection to that why fairness, why this stress so much on fairness and beautiful. Why don't you think it is now time, especially for companies, for these the way they market themselves, to redefine it and to be more inclusive, include every category of individuals, because here is a celebration of an individual, not just the exterior. So do you think now, the markets also needs to redefine it, so that, certain times girls and young girls, especially right from their early stages, they actually are body shaming themselves. They will not eat very well, and thereby they are poor in nutrition, etc. So what do you have to say about these companies really who goes about promoting handsomeness and fairness to an extreme level sometimes?
With regards to media, I have just researched a while ago, about 25,000 beauty ads were exposed to young children as early as 4 years of age.
Okay.
And these body modifications and body enhancement products that companies they promote, it's all based on the toxic beauty standards that they have, because there is huge margin of profit. So that's the challenge that we are facing now.
Exactly.
To redefine beauty, like what ma'am has mentioned, it's beyond appearance, beyond physical. It's about personality, it's about talents, it's about values and qualities that one person uphold. But these ideas are being challenged by the media per se. Now we have AI influencers, then we also have beauty filters that young children are being exposed to. And because of these internalization of these beauty ideas, it leads to a lot of mental issues.
Mental,
young
physical,
children, young girls, they don't come out from home because of they don't accept themselves.
Yes,
so the self-esteem is affected. Like what I said, eating disorders is affected, socialization is affected because of all these ideas that has coming up now. So because of that, I think it's quite a challenge for addressing such ideas yet for now, because there are huge profits margin being made from that. So.
Absolutely. This is a very valid and important point that you've brought up, and that's why actually we are here, because we want youngsters like children, as you said, as as young as 4 years or even a little above, they are so influenced by it. And with the increasing trend of social media, Fidakkini, do you think this is impacting girls like you to be a little harsh on yourselves, or have you always had the understanding of your family who raised you in good values, and therefore you had a different concept therefore? So do you think girls of today sometimes stretch, get too influenced by social media and what they see in reels and etc.? Because we have, as he said, so many social influencers who are showing something which is not true, right? So what do you have to say? Do you think young girls of today sometimes get carried away by these advertisements that they see, and the role of social media particularly?
Yes, definitely. Social media has really impacted our perspective, I'd say, but it also has a good side.
Okay.
Even people who are different in beauty standards, maybe some of them are thin, some of them are fat, but even other people are thin and fat, they get inspired by those influences. So I would say it has a positive impact. And with the advancement of technology, it has shown us a lot different of perspectives. And from there, we can compare and choose which one is best to consider. So for me, it was my mother's guidance, my dad's guidance that helped me to choose how to think of myself, how to deal with things that I might feel insecure about.
Exactly.
So it was my family support, and plus with God's blessings.
Absolutely. Now this is what I want to address, because youngsters Noreen need the guidance and need the support of parents, right? Because they are so often left in the social media for several hours, and there is a English word that has been actually included in the Oxford Dictionary called brain rot. Because so much of reels that one watches continuously, that this term that our brains actually in place of evolving is actually devolving. There's a devolution. So therefore, what important role can seniors and parents and society at large can play? Do you think this standard, this definition, our expectations that the society expects, if she's a little bit dark, we kind of shun, like what he said.
Yes,
do you think
yes.
now the society also needs to play a role in it?
Yes, I would not deny the fact, because when it comes to social media, we are not going to blame our children. Even adults too, we are so much engrossed, because the moment we wake up in the morning, the first thing we scroll. Very few people will understand about what in first priority about their health or the importance of daily life. So yes, social media has really played a very vital role in this generation now. So like myself, I'm a mother. So
and you have a daughter too?
Yeah, a mother of 2 children. Both of them, yes. I could not stop that social media is more important nowadays than anything else, because being a parent too, we cannot just go and intrude or direct them. But there is a way, there's an education, because it all comes from the root, from the foundation, how you want mold your children. And that starts from me and you, because we parents, we have to start, redefining ourselves, our real daily life. It doesn't have to be with beauty, it has to be in all aspects, to live a healthy life with your mental state of mind, with your emotions, and be more mindful and aware with daily life. I think that is important.
Yeah, and I think we must make the children of today realize the difference between real and real, right?
Yes,
we are so much
definitely,
into real,
yeah.
and what you brought out a little while back, let's come to that. The impact that all this has, the expectations that is built to youngsters, both boys and girls, and which can lead to very serious mental issues. Adenester, what do you have to, because you're also in the field of social work, and social work is, I think, deals with a lot of this also, this aspect also, and there's a talk really right now. Little children are, they get upset over little issues. They don't think twice before they take the very extreme step. A little bit of scolding, and they do something very, very disastrous to themselves. So how crucial is the need really to address mental health, mental issues, and whose role is it really to play more forcefully in this?
Yeah, thank you for that. Talking about positive growth and development of children, parents play a very vital role. See, the process of socialization where the child grows is very, very important. If parents are involved with the children, both the father and the mother are involved with the children, definitely there will be a positive growth and development in the child. See, the unrealistic expectation of a child to be perfect, to be spotless, to be clean all the time, not to be messy, has a huge impact on the child's development. When a child is being expected so much from parents, from class teachers, from the society, from grandparents, it becomes a challenge for children to really express what they want. So these ideas of expectation that is put on young children, it's becoming very harmful to the children, and they are exploring different ideas, and yet they are not allowed. So the parents' guidance and the parents' involvement and the school teachers and the adults is very, very much important in the process of socialization for these young children.
And you know, I mean, girls, if we can think of, I mean, recently the women's cricket team has just lifted the World Cup.
Yes.
I mean, once upon a time cricket was a male bastion altogether. How often we would even recognize women playing cricket, but today everybody is so proud. We talked about individuals, each of them, you know, but each of them faced so much of criticism, so much of ups and downs they went through. Any quick word on mental health and how we should address this, and you know, how everything should be in moderation, and the role, the crucial role that parents can play in this?
See, every child that who she is or who he is comes from the background again. So yes, before even in the school, it's the parents who plays a crucial role for all children. So again, I believe that everything starts from home. You know, when how they are monitored from time to time.
And it
the
begins
screen
right
time.
from early childhood,
Yeah,
right?
from early childhood, to make sure that children should not, you know, because everything, education starts from home. You know, because if you know how to monitor, and it starts from me and you, actually, because we cannot just restrict children if we are so much into it. So being as a parent, I think so it's crucial for us to make them aware, and also make them also feel about the absence and presence and the flaws that they have to face with media in itself, because then only when they understand of how much it has effect on them also. They have to know these, you know, sometimes you cannot just fix the problem or to overprotect them. Let them expose a certain time that to make them also understand as they grow actually that how harmful it can be, because I believe education from parents come to allow them to also explore themselves from all aspects. And side by side we have to monitor them. So I believe it's all about monitoring and about teaching them a healthy
being
life.
Supportive,
yes.
Right? And Fida Kini's parents have supported, and that's why today. And how much has it changed your life, you feel, Fida Kini, with you gaining this, winning this pageant? How has it changed you as an individual, you feel?
Firstly, I was just an introvert girl who was lived like behind screens, behind everything, these exposures. And it was my parents' unwavering support that gave me the courage, that made me to choose my dream, that gave me the dare to choose my dream. So I would say that played quite a crucial role for my courage to choose my dreams. And it has changed me from being a little bit timid and shy to a confident person. It also widened my perspective, and it also challenged me on how to think, on how to change my perspectives.
Right, and I really wish you well, Fida Kini. I mean, we are not questioning this, but we are just trying to redefine that maybe children of today should know, you know, themselves first and what they want, instead of blindly aping somebody else and doing something which they are not, right? Because it's very important to understand oneself and what you... Quick, you know, as we conclude, as we wrap up, Adonista, so what should change when it comes to, you know, standards of beauty, you feel? Quickly, your few minutes.
I think we should all celebrate uniqueness in all forms.
Right.
Stop comparing children and siblings, number two. And I think we also need to be supportive to the young generation and guide them well and monitor them well. And we also need to challenge stereotypes in our everyday conversation, stop any unwanted joke. If anyone create a joke, we should correct them instantly. And I think that should be our way forward from now on.
That's right. Yeah, Noreen, I think it's time we really move ahead from the from the stereotypes, right?
Yes.
Nobody's perfect, really. So how can beauty also be perfect? How can you expect all individuals to be the same? Every individual who's different is also beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah. Quick thoughts on that before we wrap up.
See, at the end of the day, it's just that to all the youngsters and everyone as well, just be worth enough the way you are. Just be enough. Just be happy the way you are, because you know, nothing can really define you, because at the end of the day it is all one's perspective views or societal ideals. So it's been standard from way long time back, and we need to set our own standard. That is to support them of what they want, be it in their education or other extracurricular activities. So from my end is that be yourself, stay grounded, because trends will always keep changing from time to time. What will never change is your inside you, your authenticity, your good qualities. So keep finding yourself, because if you find yourself, you'll shine and you'll make the world look shiny.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can't agree with you more, because you know there's a quotation that I have here from Audrey Hepburn, who said that the beauty of a woman doesn't lie just on her face, on the facial expression or the facial mode, but true beauty of a woman or an individual is more to do with the soul. So if you have a beautiful soul, if you have a beautiful interior with all the qualities, the characteristics, you can still forge ahead and make a mark in your life. Thank you so much, Dr. Adenista Fidakini, as well as Noreen Dunai, for coming to the studios and discussing. And I hope that we have been able to redefine it today, given a different perspective to the youngsters of today, to the young ladies out there, that you do not have to really chase and compare yourself to the others, because true beauty lies in the individual that you are. Celebrate that, because at the end of the day, finding yourself and being there despite your maybe not so good looks, well, that is more worthy of yourself. Thank you so much, each one of you, for being, and to our viewers too, for watching this program. And until next time, from all of us here, it's wishing you goodbye.